And we are continuing to follow former President Donald Trump's campaign rally in Aurora today. The former president using his speech to repeat false claims about Aurora being taken over by immigrant gangs. So Aurora's Republican mayor, Mike Kaufman, responding to the rally today saying, quote, "The reality is that the concerns about Venezuelan gang activity in our city and our state have been grossly exaggerated and have unfairly hurt the city's identity and sense of safety." Let's go back out to Shannon Ogden live at Stanley Marketplace. Shannon.
All right, thank you, Jacqueline. So joining me now, Will Dempster. He's Vice President of Communication at the National Immigration Law Center Immigrant Justice Fund. Thank you for your time coming out tonight. So stoking fears about immigrants, common ground, something we've seen from Trump for a while. The last time it was the caravan of rapists and criminals coming up. He's talked about the Haitians eating pets. He does it because it works politically. But what is the actual effect on the immigrants of such talk?
There's really a tremendous impact on immigrants. Ever since Donald Trump came down the golden escalator 9 years ago, he's used immigrants as political pawns to divide and distract people, stoke fear. And what that does for immigrant communities, it creates a sense of fear. These are hardworking members of our community who are, here trying to build a life for themselves. And what this type of rhetoric does, these lies, and these types of lies and rhetoric does, is create a real sense of fear.
So about the fear, I would assume there is also fear with the threat of a mass roundup of undocumented people.
Yes. So Donald Trump has promised to round up in mass deportations 11 million people in this country. And I want people to understand what that means. That means parents are going to be ripped away from their children. People are going to be taken out of church, out of school. It's going to devastate communities. And so this creates a real serious situation that we need to confront in this country. Is this the kind of country that we want to live in? Or do we want to live in a country of immigrants that really lives up to the ideals of our founding fathers as a country of immigrants?
So what is at stake in this election, Will?
The future of this country is at stake in this election. On one hand, you have a candidate, Donald Trump, who uses racism and lies to divide people and to try to scare people into voting for him. On the other hand, you have somebody in Kamala Harris who's going to build a functioning 21st immigration system in this country that's going to work for everybody so that everybody can continue contributing to their communities and building the country that we know and love.
All right, well, Dempster, thank you for your thoughts and for your time. We certainly appreciate it.